Solo, a Star Wars story, is directed by Ron Howard, written by Lawrence and John Kasdan, and it stars Alden, Ehrenreich, Donald Glover, Woody Harrelson, Emilia Clarke, and Paul Bettany, among others. And this film takes place 10 years before A New Hope, where we meet the Han that we know and love. And in this film, Han travels through a dark criminal underworld where he meets his future co-pilot Chewbacca and encounters Lando Calrissian, and he embarks on a journey alongside other smugglers from this galaxy far away into a very dark and dangerous adventure. Now, if you guys have followed me for a while, you know I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I have loved the films for as long as I can remember. I read all the books, I read all the comics, I basically know everything that is canon. I was never asking for this film. I never needed a Han Solo movie. But after watching this, I'm really happy. And I'm really happy because Han Solo, the film, kind of has a very poetic nature to it. It was a film that George Lucas always wanted to make, made by one of his pupils basically in Ron Howard, and written by the man who wrote Han Solo the best he ever was, with Lawrence Kasdan writing it along with his son. And we all doubted Alden Ehrenreich, even me who know him to be a great actor. Let me tell you, he nails the role of Han Solo. Is he the new Han Solo? Is he the redefinition of Han Solo? No, he doesn't need to be, he shouldn't be. He plays this Han Solo perfectly. This is not the Han Solo that we know and love. He's still getting to that point. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to have a young Han Solo film. He's still not polished. He's still unrefined. He's still learning. He is cocky, but he is cocky over what he knows, and he doesn't like to admit that he doesn't know the things that he doesn't know. And so you see Han growing, learning, not telling anyone he's doing so, but really growing throughout this adventure with Lando, with Chewie, with his former flame Kira, who I'll get to in a second. And you really see this Han Solo, this mold of Han Solo is really going to shape into the Han Solo that we know and love. And that is proof enough that this film did its job right. It didn't show us the Han that we knew, the Han that we loved, the Han that we always knew to be Han. He's still getting to that point, and that was absolutely necessary and reason enough to make this film, and they did it very well. And Donald Glover is really great as Lando as well. He is Lando. Abso-freaking-lutely. And Chewie is incredible. Chewie is the Chewie that we know and love, but his relationship with Han is what keeps you in this film. You go to see if they can pull this off right, but the relationship between the two compatriots, the two co-pilots of the Millennium Falcon, is the reason you stay in this film. They are great together. How their friendship starts, how it develops, it's the most well-developed thing throughout this film. I love these two together. I love what they do to each other. I love what they learn from each other. It is great to see how these two came together. And Emilia Clarke, I loved her in this film. Besides Han and Chewie, of course, who I already have a previous love for, she's probably my favorite character in this film. She is nuanced, she is layered, her motivations are comprehensible, but mysterious enough that you want to know more even after you see this film. And her and Alden Ehrenreich have really great chemistry, and she was a character of her own. She was not just here to be a love interest for Han Solo in this film alone, to be something that you debate whether Han loves her or Leia more. No, he loves Leia more. She is a great character whether she is with Han or not, and I'll go more into her in the spoilers review as well. And Woody Harrelson and Paul Bettany are both great as well. These are two guys who can do nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing. They nailed each and every single line of their characters in this film. They play them as these really hardened veteran people doing what they do throughout the galaxy. They have been through enough. They know the galaxy. They know how it works. They understand the Empire. They understand the crime syndicates. And it's just great to see two great actors playing two such interesting characters in a new film, in the greatest saga ever told. But now let's get to the negatives, because yes, this film is a great adventure that reminds us of Indiana Jones mixed in the world of Star Wars, and it's really fun, really entertaining, really goes for a thrilling ride throughout 2 hours and 15 minutes, but unfortunately during some points you do feel the runtime of this film. At least I did. There's one section where they go into Kessel, and that's how I'll leave it in this review. That's the best part of the film, and it does take a while for you to get going. This is not a film that runs smoothly all through each 3 acts of the film, and that's something that left me disappointed. Also, I talked well enough about every character so far. This one right here, L3, hated her, had no purpose in this film, had one excuse to be in this film near the end, I'll get to in the spoilers review, but I hated every single thing about her. I really couldn't handle this character when she was on screen. It was irritating and it had no purpose in this film. You could have had any other character or no character at all to replace her. And the film does get kind of predictable at too many points for my taste. And yes, it's a prequel, you know some things that will happen, that will unfold for us to get to certain points that we already know will happen in the future, but there are pinpoint moments in this film where it tries to suspend your disbelief and you just don't. I do also have to mention there are really cheesy moments that I did not agree with in this film. I felt the film didn't need it. It also is very underwhelming at points with certain characters and the choices it does with those certain characters. And there is one thing that I could do an entire spoilers review on that happens near the end of the film. That was one thing that was not predictable at all. That was the biggest surprise in this film. I can't wait to talk about it with you guys in the spoilers review and in the live Q&A for Han Solo. So did I have a great time with Han Solo? Yes! Is it a great movie? No, it's a really good movie. It's a really good summer movie. It's a really fun adventure. It's a really engaging ride with engaging characters doing engaging things throughout developing engaging relationships. I had so much fun with this film. It's not going to be in my top 10 movies of the year. It's not even in my top 3 or 5 Star Wars movie overall, but I loved what they did with this character. I love what they did showing us new worlds in a galaxy far away. It enriches the galaxy, it encompasses a lot more of the galaxy, and because of all that, I'm going to give Solo, a Star Wars story, a martini. It is a good time, anytime. What did you think of Han Solo, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Did you hate it? Is it your lowest ranking Star Wars film? Let me know in the comments below, and come back on Saturday for the spoilers review and on Sunday for the live Q&A. I still have to bring you my reviews for The Flash Season 4, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5, and I can't wait to bring you those. So until the next review, fly away on the Millennium Falcon to a galaxy far, far away. Stay beautiful, stay geeky, it's Star Wars time again, and we can be geeky united!